Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel, Broken Hungry, where I make all my favorite dishes better than restaurants can. Today, I'll be making some delicious and crispy fish tacos with a beer battered halibut topped with guacamole, pico de gallo, coleslaw, and a delicious and nice jalapeno aioli. So let's get started. The first thing I'll make is going to be my pico de gallo so that it has some time to sit and start to release its juices. I'll be keeping this pico very simple and only using tomatoes, onions, lime juice, and salt. You can add some cilantro or hot peppers if you like. I will start off by cutting my tomatoes into quarters so that I can easily remove the seeds and liquid from the insides of the tomatoes. You want to remove the inside of the tomato so that your pico won't have too much liquid in it. Once the insides are removed, I'm just going to dice my tomatoes into nice sized pieces and then add them into my bowl. Next, I need to dice an onion to add into my pico. A nice little trick to use when trying to dice an onion is to make a few cuts down into the onion and then turn it over onto its side and make a few more cuts that way as well. After doing this, all you have to do is cut your onion as you normally would and you'll have a perfectly diced onion. This trick makes it easy and will work every time for you. Look how easy that was. Now all you need to do is just put your onions in the bowl with your tomatoes, sprinkle on a little bit of salt and a little bit of lime juice to how you like it, and your pico is all done and ready to go. To make the perfect guacamole, you're going to need some pretty ripe avocados so that it's easy to take off the skin as well as mash them up. The first thing I'll do is I'll cut a circle around the avocados to split them in half, and then I'll use my knife to remove the inside pit. Once your avocado is nicely mashed, just add in a nice little sprinkle of salt, about half a lime of juice, and then mix them in really well. Just keep mashing, 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 mix, 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 and there you go. You got the perfect guac. This jalapeno aioli is one of my favorite parts of this fish taco. Trust me, you will not be disappointed once you try it. It's a little bit spicy, a little bit creamy, it just hits all the right flavors and it's just absolutely perfect. In my aioli, I'll be using Japanese mayonnaise rather than normal mayonnaise, as I think it just makes the sauce a little more creamy and just adds a little more flavor than the normal mayonnaise will. The rest of the ingredients in this aioli will include sour cream, crushed garlic, lime zest, lime juice, and jalapenos. I'll have the exact measurements for all the ingredients in the description down below. And then I'll be using a food processor to combine all the ingredients. Add all of your ingredients into the food processor and then slowly pulse until everything is well incorporated and made into one nice sauce. This is about how it should look like when you're all done. The last thing we have to do before moving on to our fish is make our coleslaw. This is going to be a very simple coleslaw dressing, as all I'm going to do is use the juice of one lime, add in about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then just mix the coleslaw in really well to get it all coated. I prefer to use vegetable oil over other oils such as olive oil because I think it has a milder taste and it doesn't overpower anything else in the fish tacos. Okay, now we're finally onto the star of this show, the fish. For my fish tacos, I'm going to be using a halibut, but you can use pretty much any white fish, whether it's like a cod or a snapper. They all work very well in fish tacos. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is cutting nice strips of my fish to about 1 inches or so that I can fit one strip of fish per taco. Once the fish is all cut into nice sized pieces, I'm going to move on to making my batter. In this batter, I'll be using flour, baking powder, paprika, black pepper, and cayenne pepper. And once again, the exact measurements for all these ingredients will be in the description below. When adding your beer into your flour mixture, add a little bit at a time and continuously mix throughout. This will give you more control over the thickness of your batter as you don't want it too liquidy. If it's still too thick, you just add in a little more beer every time and mix, mix, mix. This makes me feel like a real chef here, but this is about how thick you want your batter to be once you're all done. The last thing we have to do before we begin frying our fish is just coat our fish in that batter. So we're just going to put our fish in the batter bowl, and then when we go to fry, just drip off the excess batter, and there you go, you're all ready to go. When placing your fish in the oil, do it nice and gently and push your fish away from you so that you avoid burning yourself with the oil. And then every once in a while, just move your fish around so that nothing gets stuck to the bottom and that all sides of it cook evenly and throughout. Oh, listen to that beautiful sizzle. These tacos are just gonna be delicious. I'm going to be using canola oil to fry my fish as I think it works best for this, but you can also use other oils such as vegetable oil or sunflower oil. I have brought my oil up to 320 degree temperature, but anywhere between 300 and 350 degrees is a good temperature to fry your fish in. This is what the fish should look like once it's done cooking. It's been in my frying oil for about 3.5 minutes at this point, and it has that nice golden brown color. I'm just going to take it out, put it into my strainer to get rid of all the excess oil that's on my fish, and then put it on my drying rack on the side just to cool down a little bit before I make my finished product. I'll be using a white corn tortilla for these tacos, but it's up to you. You can use whatever kind of tortillas you like, or you can even go ahead and make your own if you're feeling adventurous. And there you go. That's my fish all done and cooked. Look at that beautiful golden brown color on my fish. That's just perfect. Oh, and that one that's broken in the middle, you know I had to have a little taste just to make sure it's all good. Now to make your tacos, this is all up to you how you want to make it. There's no right or wrong way at this point. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nice little line of guac down on the bottom, add my fish on top, put down a little bit of coleslaw, a little bit of my pico de gallo, and then just drizzle on a little bit of that delicious jalapeno aioli on the top. And Mwah! It just looks perfect. Thanks for watching my video, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like and subscribe as it'll greatly help me out. Thank you, everybody.